continuing to sing that song. We're gonna start up here. Last we left off, the crew of the USS Guan is entrenched in a two-pronged rescue attempt on the Lormian homeworld, Oregon 3. We have the away team of Sog Rokel, Commander Kelly, and Commander Hagen, as well as the science officer Titan, down on the planet, trying to get to the computer room and to assist in whatever way possible in stabilizing the planet or finding some other means of intervention. The Varank have clearly made the Organ 3 the target of a multitude of different attacks. While that's happening down in the subterranean level, up in the main city of Organ 3, Captain Edwards, as well as crewman Grisk and Ensign Skittles Strasser.
No, Strasser's still on the ship. It's Talos.
Oh, Talos, yes, Dr. Talos and crewman Grisk are accompanying Captain Edwards to discuss and make their diplomatic case for the evacuation of the Alormians. And that's what we're actually going to start with today. It is going to be a typical, I will say it's going to be a 4-threat game here today. 4, 8, 12. And since we're only starting with 3 players off the bat, that means I only get 12 threat to use, and that's a scary, very low amount of threat for me. But I'm a very genuous, and again, voluptuous Kestra.
And extraordinarily humble.
That's me. We're going to start with Captain Edwards.
Okay.
Captain Edwards, you as well as Dr. Talos and crewman Grisk, you land the shuttle. You see a sort of small security team of Lormians in front of you. You've landed the Type 9 shuttle that you used to get here. You hear a clunk, clunk, clunk on the back sort of exit door of the shuttle.
Okay. Grisk, stay with the shuttle. If we're not back in an hour, take it back to the Guan Yu and tell Lieutenant Commander Creighton to go ahead with the backup plan. He hands him a pad and says, "This is the backup plan. I don't recommend you read it."
Yes, sir. And just for me, what's on the backup plan?
Let's start grabbing Lormians at random. Kidnap them, basically. I want to do things legally, but I will wear that court-martial with fucking pride. If this is the only way I can save 4,000 of them.
Okay. To ensure that crewman Grisk is getting your message as you are communicating it, please give me a control command roll. I'm gonna make
presence. It would definitely be presence.
The presence of Captain Edwards is already sort of very high in this area. He's trying to make sure that crewman Grisk understands his orders, not that he wants to follow them, because crewman Grisk is going to follow the orders.
Okay.
So control command, go ahead and give me...
I would love to, but the game is paused.
I don't know what you're talking about. And go ahead and give me control command difficulty of 3 for me, please.
Okay. I want to cite my... Hey, Raquel. I'd like to cite my focus of gambling because I'm not putting all of my chips on black. I've got some chips on black, I've got some chips on evens, and I've got a couple of chips out on the actual board.
Sorry I'm late, everyone.
Totally fine. I will give you gambling at a complication increase to 2.
I'll take it.
Control command diff 3 comp 2.
Definitely buying with threat. And I want this to work, so I'm buying 2 with threat.
3 threat to the pool eye. Go ahead and make it roll.
Oh my dear God!
Calm the fuck on.
Oh, I didn't even get to look at it yet.
I
That is currently
re-
sitting at sitting at a critical failure, and
Yeah,
those are two
re-rolling
20s as well.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
maybe you need to re-roll the pool, my guy.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah. I'm gonna have to spend that determination I built last session. And on the value of life is a game and we play for keeps. I'm trying to save as many lives as I can out here.
Yeah, I'll take that. Go ahead and re-roll the dice as rolled. Yeah, same thing. Diff 3 comp 2. Control command.
There's crits I like to see.
That's a better roll. All right.
And I'm not risking a reroll. Not with. Well, I mean, I can't possibly roll a 4th 20.
You certainly could. You want to try?
I kind of do. No. Yes. No. I don't. I can't afford to quash it.
Resolve the roll, damn it.
I'm resolved.
Okay. All right. So 1 momentum generated for you. You see, number 1, the first thing that Crewman Grist does when you hand him the pad is he does look at it before you get a chance to tell him to maybe don't look at it. His eyes get wide, and he nods and says, "Yes, sir. Yes, sir."
Edward smiles. All right, Dr. Talos, let's go say hi to the locals.
Captain, I would recommend. I have a feeling that they're going to be confiscating our weapons. Let's make all efforts to comply.
Yeah, we're outgunned. I'm not here to shoot anyone. If they want them, they can have them.
You see Dr. Talos. He actually reaches down. He lifts up his left boot leg, and he pulls out a curved, serrated knife.
Dr. Talos keeps that thing on him.
And you see it's actually a karambit style. So it's got the pinky ring on it. He lets it hang and has that one hand up as he sort of says, "Captain, after you."
We're going to unpack that later. I'll hit the button and open the door.
Old habits die hard. The cargo bay doors open, and you see the security team, again, to remind everybody and the people in the scene, they are leveling Orion disruptor rifles directly at you. The head Lormaean looks at you and says, "All weapons on the ground, now."
Toss my phaser on the ground, and I step off the ramp so the door can shut behind me.
Dr. Talos takes one fleeting look at his. You see, it's like the handle is like black, curved, dark steel. He lets it fall off of his pinky ring, and he kicks it underneath the chair in the shuttle. And then he takes off his. He has just a Type 1 phaser that he throws along with it, and continues walking forward.
Okay. Hi, Captain Edwards. I'd like to speak to your... who's ever in charge. Try to see if we can provide any assistance.
You see that these security officers, they're wearing dark, sort of paneled, like combination between some skin and metallic armor. You see it's very form-fitting. their sort of furry heads and sort of beady eyes very sharp and looking at you. And the head one says, "I'm Dekel, the chief of security for this installation. You will be taken to the highest representative possible."
Perfect. Thank you,
After
Mr. Tickle.
And he motions. He sort of does the jerking movement with his rifle and points you towards the installation. Um, as you and the doctor get led towards it, sort of black metal landing pad that you landed on has a connecting walkway that's sort of lit with these fluorescent style light bulbs as you continue walking. Dekel, as you approach sort of a sliding door, Dekel walks up. There's a security apparatus. He pulls out a metal card, sticks it in, and you see that he types in a combination on sort of on a pad full of like foreign-looking symbols. You see that there is an Orion plate full of sort of Orion signography that you recognize. He touches the Lormi inside though. Pulls out the card. The door opens. Move.
Yeah, Edwards complies. Let's get where we're going. We've got limited time.
Yeah, he continues moving, sort of following your quickened pace. You see two guards sort of fall in front of you and start leading you through a winding set of, again, black metallic hallways. There is...
I'm paying close attention to where we're going, basically mentally mapping our way out.
Okay. Go ahead and give me reason security. I will say the complex that you're being led through, it takes you a couple of minutes to get where you're going. You take many different turns. I'm actually going to ask for 2 rolls. The first roll is going to be an insight security roll, difficulty 1. So go ahead and give me that.
Buy one with threat.
Okay.
I'm going to rebuild your pool before you go back to the other guys downstairs.
Thank you.
Fuck's sakes.
You guys are doing really well.
I'm eating
Why
all the
do you
crits
do
tonight.
this to us?
Are you going to let that complication stand, or are you going to reroll?
Oh, right. I bought with bold for safety.
Do you have a focus for this? Or no?
I'd have to argue it, and it's not going to pass.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Okay. Yeah,
There's your
one moment
insight.
to generate it. You see Dekel and his security staff look... they are very on edge. They appear to be leading you in a purposefully sort of divergent area as sort of a security measure. You recognize this at previously when you were assigned security on like bigger bigger installations. This is something like if you have captured somebody, you don't want them to know the layout of your specific installation, so you take them on a little bit of a careening course. That makes the next roll easier. Go ahead and do now reason security, and this will be a difficulty of 1.
Buy with threat.
Okay. Cool.
Damn it, I could have actually argued deception, but I didn't. It's not important.
Yeah, didn't. Yeah. Yeah, you sort of get the lay of the land. As you get led through this installation, there's sort of the main security checkpoint at the beginning. As you go further and deeper, you start going down some stairs. You go past a secondary and a tertiary security checkpoint. You see the security staff eyes you nervously as you get walked through and carted through. Dekel, apparently has administrative access to all of these terminals. He gets waved through without any sort of additional checks on you. The first checkpoint right after the main door, you go down a level. Another checkpoint at the bottom of the stairs, and a final checkpoint. This time you see 6 or 7 heavily armed Lormians. They all actively aim at you. One person comes up and says, "The other side of this door contains our chief security personnel for the planet. Do I have your assurances as a foreign representative of the Federation that you have no weapons on you whatsoever?"
The only thing I have on me now is my tricorder and communicator.
We'll be
So,
taking
no.
the communicators. He holds out his hand.
Yep.
Gentlemen, do we want to give them our communicators?
Look,
How-
I see no reason why you'd have to take them, but I'm not interested in anything along this line. So just going to hand the communicators, like, we have limited time to save as many of your people as we can. I'd like to get to work.
Dr. Talos hands over. I forgot the name of my NPC that I created for just a second. Hands over the communicators. You get waved in. In
That's
front of
because
you,
you're part of the Falmore. Because you don't like Talos.
Skyrim
I'm
reference.
going to let a little bit of a pause sink in. Okay. Moving on from that.
I want you to know that I shook my head disapprovingly.
Good. Very good. Yeah, so you get led into a small office. You see someone in ornate black robes stands in front of you. I am Security Minister Varel of the Lormian Security Association.
Nice to meet you, Captain Edwards. Dr. Talos.
Good. We understand that there is another party of yours that is currently accessing a restricted facility at our subterranean level. Is that true?
That's correct. With any luck, what we're doing right now in this room is moot.
Well, I hope that it was moot beforehand. I sent down a security detachment down there. They should have made it down there by now. Have I heard back from them? No, but they have orders for communication silence until whatever happens.
Communications seem to be pretty messed up out there.
Yeah.
So, hopefully my team, and with the assistance of your team, can actually stabilize the planet, and we're not needed further. Let's assume they fail. I want to save as many of your people as I can, any digital copies of history, art, religion, anything that we could possibly save for your people. Best case scenario, I let them all off my ship in a few hours saying, sorry for the inconvenience. Worst case scenario, the Lormian people and culture survives.
Very generous. Our decision to open ourselves up to outsiders is one that I've come to regret in all previous engagements as of now. I understand that your Federation has a humanitarian prerogative. Apparently that prerogative doesn't expand to interrupting our sovereignty, but that's a conversation for another time. I am currently the acting representative for this city and for my people. I am hoping that my team, as well as your team, can figure out what the hell is going on. Civil disturbance has been the main cause of death in the city as of right now. People have been not acting the way they are. The government has made a full head turn into dealing with these Orions. They provided us with all this technology and
Yes, then visitors from the star offering any number of magic solutions tends to not end well, especially with the Orions. Maybe you got a lucky batch. Now, I'd love to sit here and talk about galactic policy, but we have, by my calculations, about 7 hours before this planet is destroyed. Are there any refugee areas with non-combatants, children, that we can start evacuating to my ship?
there's a main plaza. You see, he walks over to a simulated sort of window that shows, even though you seem to be underground, shows sort of a verdant plaza out in front of you. He taps a control and he pulls up a diagram of the entire city, the circular sort of power and power distribution nets forming a webbed framework upon the circular nature of the city. There's a large gathering point, Captain, right here. This is one of our main gathering areas for our meditation periods throughout the day. People have been flocking there by the thousands. You said that we can only save how many?
4,500. I know
There,
it's a small, small number, but
there
it's
are over
better than zero.
25,000 in that area alone. Doing. This is the worst case scenario I've ever dealt with. You see that he puts his sort of four-fingered hand along his sort of furry, slightly balding head.
Look, nobody wants to have to make this decision. With any luck, this decision does not matter, but I need to start shuttling people to my ship. If this planet starts to split, I have to take off with as many of your people as I can get on there.
Okay.
While we're shuttling them, if you can collect historical notes, art, anything about the Lormian culture stored under any type of data containment, this way it will survive as well.
Our cultural database exists at that rallying point. People go there for refuge and for prayer and meditation. It's one of our most sacred sites. It's where the life tree is. Yes, I give you permission to do whatever it takes.
I will need your assistance and the assistance of your personnel to help corral the crowd. We can take probably 20 to 30 per run per shuttle. So it's going to be hours of hard work.
Yes. Tical, get in here. And Tical walks right in. He says, "Yes, Minister. We are going to be using our flotillas to take them to the vessel that is out in the Great Plain. Start ferrying people from the Gaia tree to the ship. We will be coordinating the effort from here. Captain, medical staff is currently busy treating all the injuries from the seismic events that have been happening. Do you have other... You see Dr. Tallis steps forward and says, I'll be... Captain, with your permission, I feel I can better assist. Where would you like me to go?
Dr. Talos, you'll remain here. You'll be our representative on this side of the evacuation. And I'll see if I can send some additional medical staff.
Yes, sir. You see, we need our Oh, you see, Takel goes, hands back your communicators. They're not going to work. Ours have not been working that well, but hopefully you can coordinate from here.
Well, people, let's get to work.
Varel says, yes, Captain. And, okay. So, this is going to be a really fun extended task for you. And it's going to be one that, like you mentioned, it's going to take a while. And what is your count of the amount of time you have left?
By my count, we got about 7 hours. That's leaving us with like an hour of wiggle room.
Mm-hmm.
If we can't fill the ship in 7 hours, then I need to fire my entire crew.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. Okay. I will, you see Varel begins furiously talking to you about location information, giving you the sort of information about their flotillas. They have larger sort of quote-unquote shuttles, but they're hover-based, using repulsor equipment. These are the things that you rode in during the first session of the entire campaign that you rode in with. They're made mostly of wood, actually, with sort of these fabric sails, but you see they have repulsor equipment built in. And you get to work. All right, folks. I'm going to take a momentum away because we're changing scenes. Oh, we need some music to strike off this occasion. Something different. Nope, something different. Sorry. All right. So.
Still loading in for me.
Yeah, it's still loading on my end too. Maybe we have to refresh the screen. Maybe.
Nope. It'll pull you guys in there in a second.
All right.
There
we go.
All right. So, to let you all in on the secret, let me click off of one of you guys.
There we go. Finally.
So,
yeah, you have to.
to the away team, a pink and purple emanating light is emanating from a tear in reality in the center of this circular room. You see, these three right here, 1 and 2 and 3, I believe you have knocked unconscious.
We knocked all 4 of them unconscious.
This one as well?
Yep, we got all of them.
Alrighty. Nope. Do that here. So.
We should have at least 2 people knocked down as well up there.
Yeah, there are 6 Lormian people hung up by their hands that are attached to these tanks that are full of the sort of you see they're glowing with a faint blue light that's flickering slightly.
Shit. I go into the room.
Okay. Well, so it is combat. We are gonna. I believe the turn is on. Yeah, the turn is on you guys. So, let me know who's going.
Real quick. Well, wait. Hagen, can you see this side?
I can.
Okay. Never mind. Okay, sorry. You're good. You're good.
And friends, feel free to ask me questions about what you see in the room, and I will be able to provide you with an answer.
Are these Lormians that are hooked up, are they conscious?
They appear to be unconscious to you. Their eyes are closed, their heads are hanging down, they're limp.
Okay. The portal, does it seem to be being, projected from somewhere? Like, is there a source for it, or is it just like hanging in space?
Go ahead and give me. There are a couple of ways that. So, are you? What are you? You're attempting to glean
I'm
that
looking
information.
for an emitter. I'm looking for anything that looks like it's like
Okay.
pushing
Okay.
this into reality, or is it just a rip?
Go ahead and give me an insight engineering roll. Give me it. Since this is your first time down here, go ahead and give me that at difficulty of 3, please.
Okay. I'll buy 2 dice with 3 threat, cause why not, right?
Yep.
Can Kelly assist me with this?
I would allow an assist from Kelly. However, that would take Kelly's turn.
Kelly?
I'll give it a go. What am I rolling?
Insight engineering.
Well, Hagen. So since it is your primary turn, it would be you rolling the primary, and Kelly would be rolling the assist.
Yes.
Okay. So you bought 3. You brought 2 die with 3 threat.
And that, with the assist, gives me a focus.
Okay.
Yeah. Because of natural coordinator.
Yeah, for sure.
And here we go.
That is 4 successes. And
The 2 should be a crit. Oh, no. Never mind. I'm wrong.
okay.
So,
And-
would trying to single out whatever is causing the rupture of this whole... Would that count as gadgetry?
It would be a gadget.
I will not accept a gadgetry focus for this.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's...
Maybe power systems, if you have a focus like that.
Which I do not.
Ah.
Yeah, and I don't have anything else that I think it would qualify under. Or at least, not that I am willing to say so. Not that I'm willing to try to back up.
That's a better way to do it. Yeah, because I'm stopping the practice of looking at your sheets and trying to gain which focuses you have. Argue it if you want to argue it. But go ahead and make your roll.
Well, that is kind of the point of the system being so open-ended, though.
Make your roll.
Is that,
Inside
like,
engineering.
we're supposed to be able to justify whatever focuses we can argue.
Yeah.
5 successes.
Yeah. No.
5
So,
successes
you know.
on a 3, 2 momentum generated. Good. Hagen. So, you scan the room with your eyes. You see, and Kelly is actually greatly assisting with this. Kelly, the consoles in here have been moved around. These center consoles appear to be like fastened together. There used to be one primary interface along this wall right here with a big screen against the wall. With each of these nodes powering it. Now everything appears to be centered in the center of the room. You see that these red and sort of gray power feeds are connected to the My interfaces. Those weren't there previously. And you see that all of the power taps lead to a center console that is directly beneath where the tear in space is.
Roquel, shoot those power cords.
Commander might be smarter to shoot the thing the power cords are leading to.
Well, if we disconnect the power, that fixes the same issue, right?
Yeah, but they could just hook the power back up.
I will remind you that you can obtain information if you'd like.
Okay. Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, let's probably think first before shooting.
Does would disconnecting the power? Do I think disconnecting the power would fix this issue?
This stuff is all being powered by something, so you would venture a guess and say disconnecting the power some way would be a great way to start.
Okay. Then yeah, my order stands. Rokel, get rid of the power cords.
There's a lot of them. I would have to only shoot one at a time,
Oh, that's true.
and and if there's a whole lot of these power cords, it would take me. By the time I shoot them all, it would pretty much be the end of the end of this world, basically.
Okay. Is there a physical interface on the console in the center?
There doesn't need to be.
No, but
There is a small readout panel, this orange little node here.
mhm.
That is the only. It doesn't appear to have any like physical interface with it. These consoles here appear to have like physical buttons that you could push.
Okay. All right.
Can this is probably something we probably should have done. Is okay. First of all, GM, you did say this light in here is emanating from this thing, right? Whatever that space rupture is, right?
The purplish hue light is emanating from the tear in space.
Okay. We probably should have maybe possibly scanned if it causes any radiation. Because we're not wearing any EV suits whatsoever. And while the Lormians may be unaffected, it may affect us.
Immaterial. We have a job to do. We'll survive long enough to do the job.
All right.
So that is
Oh dear.
that it.
Can I make a movement as well as doing this?
You get to maneuver within medium range, which would get you to about here.
Yeah, I move up closer as I'm investigating.
Okay.
Because everyone's unconscious here so far.
All right. I believe that is your team's turn, unless you would like to.
Swift task.
Unless you would like to swift task, yeah.
Does any maybe
Our
Woodyard
quick
can make a scan?
action- Can we use our quick to action, or that has already been used?
I believe that was used at the beginning of the encounter last session.
Okay. All right.
Would Woodyard could Woodyard make a scan and see if he can figure out how this portal is being generated?
Yes, on his turn. So a swift task would be if you, Hagen, wanted to do something, you could spend 2.
Okay. Would anyone be mad if I tried to interface with this on a swift task? Try to get it shut down?
Go for it.
And that's what I'm
Not
going to do.
matter.
Let's see if I can figure out how to power this down.
You sort of move around the Lormian.
Kind of like just nudge him to the side with my foot.
So,
Alice,
Kestra,
doing so.
Kestra, give me an inside engineering roll, difficulty of 1.
Okie dokie. I'll buy with 1 threat.
Okay. One moment, generated. So, what what you see immediately is this console
Mm-hmm.
requires coordination with the other console. So
Okay.
these consoles are not independent. They are dependent on each other.
Kelly, get in here.
As if that
That's-
wasn't
that's
going to be
just
the
what
next thing I do. Aye, aye, Commander.
Oh,
And that's just the order I give. That's the end of my turn.
oops, sorry.
Okay? One moment. You hear shouting in a language you don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
You see a Lormian in a face mask with blood red lettering on it that you don't understand. You see dressed in a very similar way to these people,
Uh-huh.
black clad robes with metallic referencing on it,
Not fucking cultists.
with blood red iconography on the robe, holding a large Orion disruptor rifle. This Lormian goes whack and fires a pulse at Commander Hagen.
Mm-hmm.
Does she get cover from the consoles there?
Yes, however, that cover doesn't. It is half cover, so I can still hit Hagen, but she will get cover dice.
Well, it's
Okay.
better than nothing.
Yes, that is correct.
Aren't we also wearing armor?
Yes, we are.
Where is Hagen's token?
In the dark.
It's underneath the
yeah.
Lormian token.
Okay, sorry everybody. Sorry everybody, I thought I had the weapon dragged on this thing, but I guess I'm a liar.
We know, but we forgive you.
Okay, and let's go ahead and make the task control security difficulty 2. They have a focus. I'm going to minor action aim and buy 1 dice. On a difficulty 2, that I believe that hits.
That would hit.
2 threat generated. And damage. Remind me what your resistance is?
Should be with body armor 2, I think?
2, but doesn't she roll cover dice though?
Yep, after I resolve my damage roll.
Oh.
Yeah.
7.
But aren't energy weapons affected by some kind of anomaly down here? So would their weapons too also be affected?
These are a lot of questions that you can certainly answer with rolls. I would be happy to answer those if you make rolls.
Well, I mean, those questions were already answered before we even went down here.
Yeah.
Because
yeah, they certainly affect your weapons. The phaser weapons that you have.
oh, okay, phaser, the non-disruptors, got it. Okay.
So I'm going to use dive for cover.
Okay. Let me pull up one moment. That's out of the player's guide.
The
When a
reference is
character
in the
is the
dip play
target of a
references,
ranged
page
attack,
15.
They may add 1 to threat to try and avoid the attack, so long as they are aware of the attack and not currently prone. A ranged attack becomes an opposed task with the defending character rolling daring security with a difficulty of 2 to oppose the attack. This is reduced to difficulty 1 if the defending character is within the close range of any terrain which provides cover.
Right. So you're rolling an opposed task with daring security
Yes.
against my control security.
Against the roll you made to hit me.
Okay. Yep. So I rolled 4 successes on that roll. Go ahead
You did.
and I
You
believe
did.
it's base difficulty of 1.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to roll 5 successes.
That's true. That's true. So what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Currently, is I'm going to cite a talent. Failure is not an option. To burn a determination.
Value. Okay.
I'm going to. There's another thing I can do. I've just got to find it. I thought I had a thing. I cannot find it.
What are you trying to do?
I was looking to reduce the difficulty, but I think because of the kind of task this is, I can't do it. But it's okay. So that's that. I'm gonna spend two threat to get
Get a
another dice.
Third guy. Okay.
If I'm gonna need 3, then yeah, I guess I'll give you 3 more threat, because why the hell not? So that's 4 with no focus, using a determination. Jesus fucking Christ.
I believe that is a.
It is. I'm going to spend a spotlight milestone. I'm going
You really don't want
to
to take this hit, do you?
I really do not. I really, really don't.
Okay.
Which is,
Uh,
understandable.
Yeah,
From
makes sense.
Vanguard and back again, when I cited failure is not an option, I believe this was during the fight with possessed Captain Edwards.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Okay, burning it.
Yep. And burning it to reroll that 20 and 17.
Okay. Wow.
That's how we do it.
Say how proud I am of you. You went and referenced the thing.
1 momentum generated. Describe how Hagen dives for
Hagen
cover.
senses the Lormian before he comes around the corner. She knows he's coming. She doesn't even look up. All she does is when he fires, her head moves down and the shot zooms past her head.
Oh, so she's not just gonna just die for it.
Yeah. You do like it's pure instinct at this point. Not exactly in a doctor's training. Is this beautiful maneuver? You do a tuck and roll over the console. The disruptor blast comes within a couple. You feel the heat of it cross your face. It hits the console, and you dive for cover, taking no damage. Right?
Yep.
All right. I fucking hate the player's guide, but you did the exact right thing. Yeah.
Like, how dare you cite the rules? I'm so proud of you.
Okay. And with that, I'm gonna swift task and shoot at you again.
Okay, this time I am behind the cover, so does that give me more cover?
That would give you full cover.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second here. Who does my man see?
You'd see Rokel, kinda.
Like you're tossing the Klingon under the bus there.
But he's the only one in the doorway.
Well, he does also have cover as well.
Yeah.
And I believe this thing is a little hard to shoot over, right?
You're
Or how
also
tall
very-
is that thing?
You're also very far out of range. It's knee height. He
Chest
is
high
going.
walls.
Yeah, he is going to get into cover here. And do something. And then I'm going to. Yep. Okay. Perfect. All right. Turn falls back to you. Fantastic move.
If I may.
Don't we have another
I believe
grenade?
you've used your turn
Have I?
in
With
the assist. Yeah.
assistance.
Yeah, you
Oh,
have.
you're right. Shit.
All right. Well, I can move.
And you can
But-
attack.
Yeah. All right. First of all, he is out of my sight. So, Hagen, where is he at?
Point.
Just
The
ping.
other side.
Okay. All right. So what Raquel will do is Raquel will, because he can't even shoot from that far for one, and he can't even throw a grenade that far. Can I?
No, that's gonna be out of your range.
Yeah, that's pretty far.
You can. I mean, if you could see him, you could attempt to shoot. It's just gonna be much more difficult.
Could he get to where Hagen is? With a movement?
Yeah, how far can I move without?
I
yeah,
would say that you're currently Hagen at. I would say that would be at the so short.
This is about where I got on my turn.
Yeah, so yeah, I would say you could get to Hagen, or because you've seen the room, there is a console on the other side here.
Okay, and that is with my minor action or
That is
my
with your, I believe,
Movement.
yeah, I believe it's just
Movement.
with your movement.
movement. Okay. All right then. So, let me go ahead. All right, I'll go ahead and move right about here, right there.
Okay.
Okay, I'll just have to get there. I'll drag it there because game won't let me take it there directly. All right, I can see him now, and I'll go ahead and open fire on this guy. This guy over here. Well, can I throw a grenade over there though, or is that too far?
That is, I believe. Remind me of the range of a grenade. Is it medium range or long range?
Let me go and look at. Let me go and look at the. We have items. Here we go. Oh, that's not it.
Cannot be used to make an attack against an enemy at long or extreme range. So yeah, unfortunately, your grenade would get to about there.
Okay. And the wall would really take all the damage and not him. All right then. So I'll go ahead and open fire then with my rifle.
Okay.
And
At which guy?
this guy right here, because he's the only guy who's currently walking.
Okay. He does have partial cover. That takes that. You can still hit him on your. So it's control security difficulty of 2.
All right then. Let me go ahead. I will well, can I aim or with my minor, or have I already spent my minor?
Yeah, so you still have your minor action left.
Okay.
With your what weapon are you firing with? A rifle?
Rifle, yep.
Your a phaser rifle, right?
Well, it's going to be well, I have the TR 47.
Okay, so
Is that
yeah, so yes, the that would have the accurate trait to it. So that means that instead of your aim, if you use the aim minor action, instead of only being able to reroll one of your die, you can reroll any and all dice in your pool if you were to aim. Yeah. So
okay? That is
yeah.
if I take aim. So in
Yep.
order to use accurate, I have to use aim. Okay.
Yep.
All right then. So I'll go ahead and spin the minor for aim.
Okay. And then
And
to attempt to hit, it's going to be control security difficulty of 2.
okay. All right. Do you have a focus for this?
I was
And
kinda zoned
I
out
believe
if-
this is a lethal weapon, so if you are using
Yes.
this, that would be escalation of 1, so that gives me a point of threat.
Yeah.
Does Raquel win rep by Klingon rules?
Nope. Raquel is being judged as a Starfleet officer.
Yep. But he is defending the away team, so he can definitely argue that in two Starfleet reports if Starfleet gets mad at him. All right then. So, I will go ahead and spend. Well, yeah, I will go ahead and spend. Yeah. All right then. Okay. With aim, I can also re-roll my hit pool, right? Not just the damage, but I mean when I'm trying the task roll.
So,
Yeah. So when you're shooting a rifle or anything, if you were to take aim, the aim minor action, you would be able to roll one of your dice for free. With the
Okay.
accurate feat on your rifle, you can re-roll any and all of them in your pool to hit.
All right then.
has nothing to do with damage.
Yeah, damage
Okay.
is pretty stable.
All right then. Alrighty then. So I'll go ahead and spend. You know what? No, I will not spend to use my. You know what? No, I will not spend to use my bold. Instead, just
Two dice?
roll. Yep, 2
Okay,
dice.
go ahead.
Oh my
You
god.
miss.
Can I just use?
Oh yeah, you can. You can reroll.
aim?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
reroll the 19 with aim. Yep.
And I fired, and I missed, and I
And
fired.
and I missed.
That,
This
that
went on for
20 was
several
real
hours.
close.
And then I went to bed.
Yeah, he has stormtrooper accuracy.
Yeah. Kesha, you need to never quote Game Grumps to me again because I'm just gonna keep going. I don't even watch it regularly. I just watch compilation videos. So.
All right, I'm gonna go and roll the damage.
Yep. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh my god.
Oh, jeez.
You can spend a
Alright.
momentum to reroll the whiffs if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll spend reroll those.
I got a popsicle. Then it melted.
3.
Gotta stop.
We laughing about. Wait, that was 3 or 4?
That was
I-
2
I-
you rolled.
I count 4 whiffs.
Okay,
If
so let me
that was
just
your intention,
roll.
you could roll one more dice.
Let me just go on one more.
Okay.
Awesome. And
Yeah. So that is. Let me count the damage. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
He's real dead.
going to spend 2 to keep him up.
Okay, I will go in swift task and shoot him again.
Why won't you die?
You're shooting him again with the same weapon?
Yep, swift task.
Okay. Shooting for lethal again. That gives me a threat. Go ahead, and so difficulty is increased by 1 because you're
So wait,
tasking.
you get a threat every time he fires?
If he's firing for lethal, yes.
Yeah.
Well,
So yeah,
it's
Dude, you're getting a fucking phaser rifle next away team. Don't complain.
it's
So-
CR-47. I mean, it will always be lethal no matter what.
All
So-
right.
do. Okay.
Yeah. Escalation and firing for lethality are 2 different things. Sorry for mixing
Yeah.
them up earlier.
Okay. No
Yeah,
worries.
he gets the threat for bringing out the big guns, and then he gets a threat every time he wants to kill someone. He's fun.
I mean, he's Klingon, so I mean, I
I
kind
mean,
of,
At this point,
expect
it's
Klingons
them or
to
the rest of the Lormians, and you know.
Yeah. Alright, anyway, we'll go and spend. This time, I will give you one more threat for bold.
Okay.
So,
3 dice.
alright.
And I believe your aim minor action keeps. So
Okay.
yeah, so that hits though. 1 floating momentum.
Okay, then. So, they're gonna go ahead, spend the damage again. Shoot.
Can I, while he's doing that, rolling the damage, can I spend that bonus momentum on an information ask?
You cannot. No.
Damn.
Alright, then. So, let's go ahead and re-roll those. 5. That's 5, right? Yeah.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Alright, spin, re-roll those 5.
Gonna 5. Gonna miss. It's gonna be. I'm gonna need to watch the video in a second. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So, Hagen, you remember? You can hear the thoughts of the people in the next room. The last thing you hear out of a different Normian's mind is, "My brain feels empty," and then you hear the sound of a head exploding. Blood splatters across the ground. You see the Lormian staring at you with a bullet directly in its head, and blood starts flowing out of his mouth. He falls to his knees, and his nose breaks as he thumps.
So it's this one.
wow!
There's one over here that he fired at, right?
Correct.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
the one.
so
who's
I
dead.
can't see that one. So that's entirely what Rokel is seeing.
Yep.
Kapla!
What the giggle tits?
Okay. Yeah, I think that's our turn. Jesus fucking Christ.
You do have one person who still hasn't gone yet.
Yeah, that is going to be the science officer.
Have you already spent to retain the initiative?
We have. No, we.
You have
Haven't.
not, I don't believe.
So let's
We
spend.
have 6 momentum, so we
So
can do that.
we, unless we've come full circle, we just got the first one for free, which means we also can't do it until Woodyard goes.
Oh.
We've only had 3
So
turns
then,
yet.
yep, that's
I have
that's
a
my turn.
question.
Yep.
Did giving an assist, like, take my entire fucking turn? Like, I can't take move or swifts either?
Technically,
Yeah.
he would have
right?
used the help action.
Wow,
That's
that's...
So it takes
So-
your action, your primary action away.
Yeah, the use of minors.
Yeah, so I could allow you to move right now if you wanted to, or it would be messing with time a little bit, but I would allow you your free movement and a minor action.
Could he
Yeah,
spend to swift task?
Because that was not communicated effectively originally, I will allow a swift task on his tab right now if you'd like.
Yeah, I would like to move to the other console and take cover behind it.
Okay. Yep. So I'll take 2 momentum there. Your movement will not get you all the way to the console. it will get you to right about there.
And where's the console?
Right about, right where Rokel is standing.
That's
So-
super annoying.
I'll allow it because I'm feeling nice today.
I
I'll let you
appreciate
I'll let
that.
you get to that.
So,
There's
I'm
nothing
trying
being
to
like,
be consistent
I'm
with the
gonna move to
zone.
the thing,
So-
and then you just have to stand there like 5 feet from it,
Well-
staring intently at it till your next turn.
mechanically,
That is
we
just,
can
like,
do
the
it
worst
without
thing.
the.
Sorry, I just spent my
Mike?
my turn just moving here. I can't
Uh,
move any further.
So- Mechanically, he can actually get there on his own without the pity. He spends 1 momentum, he gets an extra minor action. It's immediate and repeatable. He can even do it with threat.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
There we go.
Well, so I'm allowing you to swift task as well. So if you want to do a main, like another action, you can.
Yeah, so
you get-
technically in a turn, you can do your minor action, your action, you can pay for a second minor action or as many as you'd like, and you could pay for a swift task. You could
Yeah.
basically just run around like the Flash if you really felt like it.
Okay, so I would need to spend 1 more momentum to get to the console.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
that gets you to the console. So go ahead and move. I will allow, since we're spending momentum for it, I will allow you to be anywhere around the console you run. So here. I would even allow there if you want.
Yeah, I'll
Or-
go ahead and get over here because
As you walk over, Kelly, you see a mutilated corpse of a Lormian just laying on the ground, blood starting to pool.
I will have you covered in Commander.
did you do that?
Yes, he did. It was very disturbing.
He smiles.
The Klingon
He-
bloodlust in his
God.
eyes.
He
God.
points at him and goes, "We're getting you a phaser."
So you're gonna say, we're gonna rub your nose in that when we go by.
And is that my entire turn?
No, you
W-
still have
with
an
like
action.
this. Okay, I'm gonna interface with the computer using my direct neural interface.
Okay. So using your DNI, this console is now yours, but there still needs to be somebody else actively on this console interacting with it using their action.
Yeah.
So with using your DNI, now that you're in range, that console is now yours.
Yeah, and that is my turn.
I will allow if you want to, since you're connecting your DNI to it, if you would like to do an engineering roll to learn what the fuck is happening.
Yes, please, and fucking thank you. Jesus Christ, what is this hole?
Okay. Go ahead and give me. I believe you have an advantage in regards to my computer technology, right? On your.
I do not have any such written on my sheet, and so I will make no claims.
Good. Go ahead and give me a. Okay, since you're using your DNI, this gets complicated quick.
Yeah, no, the advantage you're thinking of is the immunized against my virus is on the ship.
Thank you. Go ahead and give me. Ooh. Hi. Do I want Taco Bell? Is that your question to me? Guys, do I want Taco Bell?
Yes.
They all said yes immediately.
Taco Bell's good.
Fun fact about Taco Bell: about 10 years ago, they
They're bad.
switched all of their meat from grade C meat, which is like the worst meat you can possibly get, to grade A meat. Like they get the best stuff you can possibly get.
I would like
Grade
a
A
Judge Supreme with
beef.
look at me. A large Baja Blast.
Grade A chicken, all that. But they didn't do
Yes.
any kind of promotion or advertisement that they had
That's fine.
switched up their meat.
That actually
That-
explains a lot.
That was actually because of a lawsuit they had.
Yeah, large Baja Blast. Fuck me up.
Fuck me up, fam.
Right. Crunchy taco. Not a Doritos Locos, just crunchy. Sorry,
I
guys.
miss the
I'll be right
spicy
back.
Doritos Locos tacos.
Oh, I missed those too.
Those
Those are
spicy
good.
ones were the best ones they ever made. And then they
Oh.
Please
discontinued
don't order me
them.
any more food.
Those and the nacho fries were good too.
Ooh, so that mild sauce is kind of. Can you get me fire sauce, please? 2. Fire sauce, yeah, not Diablo sauce. That's too hot. Sorry, guys. I'll be with you in a second.
And that is why your bloodline will discontinue after you.
No, I don't want cinnamon twists. Stop trying to kill me.
There might be another reason his bloodline
I love you,
discontinues.
Everybody say my sister.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, Alex.
She's like, I don't want to talk to him. Leave. And
Well, yeah, that, but mainly the Diablo sauce reason.
Oh, now I'm excited. Kyle, can you do me a favor and flip a coin for me?
Absolutely. Heads. Nailed it in 1.
Go ahead and give me a. Yeah, this is gonna be control engineering.
Ooh.
This is going to be difficulty of 6. Complication range, because you're using your DNI, and because there's 2 sets of intelligence involved. Your complication range is going to be 3.
Can she get an assist from me?
Since she is using her DNI, no.
No. Okay.
Okay.
Well, it's worth
As
worth
what this
argue.
roll is for is to figure out what this is doing.
Yeah.
Can I argue for reason engineering instead of control?
I will allow that, yeah.
Outstanding. Okay. So I will give you 3 threat for a 5th dice.
Okay, 3 threat for a 5th dice. I.
And I have a focus in computers. What was that complication range?
Is going to be a 3.
Okay. Well, there is literally nothing else I could do to buff this roll, so here we go.
Oh my god, you got it in fucking 1. Are you kidding me? By the way,
I do!
I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. So I was debating that. So the coin flip, heads, which is a 1, is the thing that you just did. Tails was going to be an extended task in combat.
Oof, that would have been rough.
Yeah. Guess what I regret? Not just doing it. It's an task in combat. So, yeah. So you guys aren't allowed to roll again. So I will tell you what is happening. I'm gonna switch some different music here, because Kestra
The
gets
Benny
a lot
Hill
of
theme?
yeah.
What's happening?
Kelly, you find yourself standing where you haven't stood in a while, actually. You've been not really using your DNI very frequently. This is your first big use of it in a while.
Yeah, not since I started sprouting tubes.
You feel your Borg circuitry. You're not used to feeling it so presently. You look down at your hands, and they are gloved in black gloves, and you see your assimilation tubules sticking out.
Kind of
You're in a
givers
blank
with that.
space. You see in front of you 3 doors. This isn't a white hallway. Looking up and around you, it's a deep black expanse of nothingness. You see Borg interaction consoles that drones use, attached to each one of these doors. And one of them, the door directly in front of you, you feel a weird warmth echoing. It's a quiet warmth, but it's there in front of you. The door to the left, you feel a deep malevolence towards humanoid life. To the right, you feel no emotion. Which do you enter first? You feel that the doors are beckoning towards you.
Well, let's see if we can find a friend before we go looking for enemies. She heads towards the door directly in front of her.
The console awaits your connection with your assimilation tubules.
She'll link up to it. A little
Eyes roll back into your
hesitantly,
head.
but
Eyes roll back into your head. The prehensile cable stretches, and you feel a snap. Data immediately fills your mind. The scene changes, and you see an endless crowd. So far that your vision actually starts to become blurry. It's like Minecraft sight distance. There's a faded sort of area outside of your perception. You see white faces, not Caucasian faces, just tonally white, blank faces in front of you. Their perception locks onto you, and you see a cable to your left. You see a cable filled with pulsating white energy going into the wall to your left, where you know the malevolence is hiding. You are a newcomer. You are not the Arbiter. We recognize you.
Hi.
You were here once before. You fixed us.
I tried.
We are being used to bring our enemy back.
I'm here to stop that. How can I help?
The link. We are unwillingly providing a power source for them to affect the material world. They must be stopped at all cost.
Guessing it's a little more complicated, she says, looking at the pulsing white cable, than just yanking this thing out.
You look at the cable and you look back. You see bodies materialize with a white cable connected out of each and every one of them, feeding into the power tap into the wall. You see a perfectly managed set of cables that all become one link leading into the next room. By any means necessary.
Agreed.
The scene fades. Whoa. The door in front of you vanishes. Door to the left, door to the right.
Door to the left was empty, right?
No,
Well-
the door to the right was empty. Left is malevolence.
Okay. So next stop, door to the right.
The door opens, and in front of you, you see a comically simple off switch.
She looks at it long and hard.
The room feels blank to you. Logic. This is how you solve the problem.
Do not go in that room without Kestra. Kelly.
What, the evil room? Fuck no!
Kelly,
Yeah?
this off switch will solve the problem.
I'd like to
So-
analyze that a little deeper, because I don't trust like that. This
You know
from
that. Yeah. So ask your question. I'm sorry.
from like an engineering standpoint, it makes perfect sense to have a switch like this as a failsafe in case it all goes horribly wrong. From an I'm an evil bastard who wants to fuck over the material world point of view, this looks like a fucking trap.
Your thought process is correct from an emotional point of view. You feel a Borg sense of logic. Not a Vulcan sense, a Borg sense of logic. You know that flipping the switch off will remove the rift, will close it. But also know that your mind goes back to the feeds of power linking to from the Mai, I'll just say, to the Varank. You know that cutting off that power will solve the rift problem, but it will also not allow the Mai a place to exist. They will die. That's where the power is coming from.
Okay, this switch is backup plan. I will if I have to. I'd really rather fucking not, so I need a fucking plan A real goddamn fast.
Well,
The scene warbles out of focus, and you are left with the third door.
From here, I know that Kestra is on one of the consoles. Can I communicate with that console from here?
You feel no connection to the console. Your whole connection is to this one console.
Shit. Can I scan that door before I go through it? Can I query this door and figure out where the fuck it leads before I start sending data through, basically?
Your normal vision fails. What replaces it is Borg, logistical, and ocular sensory information. The door, you sense, has power feeds that have a different subspace signature than the taps in this space.
Being fed from outside. Now that's interesting. That's very interesting. That might be my plan A.
That power is not a power signature you recognize. And to get out of the abstraction of it all, it's coming from the other side of the rift. I love this music.
Very atmospheric.
What does Kelly do?
Sorry, Kester, I'm gonna go through the door.
Your assimilation node. Before you get there, you see a picture on the wall, but it doesn't look like it's a picture, and as you look at it, it's a mirror. Your hair is gone. Your skin is no longer that Irish white. It is gray. Your eye isn't blue, it's green. You're not wearing your engineering clothes. you're wearing the clothes that you wore as a drone. Do you still go to the door?
Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is not letting that fear control who you are. She goes to the door.
As you turn away out of the corner of your eye, you see your visage in the mirror shifts. And you approach the door. You see the skin on your hand is beginning to regain some color, but you still have a tubule sticking out of your arm. You interact with it. On the other side of the door, ice, dark, jet black surfaces. A blinding purple light on the other side of the room. You see a similar purple power tap leading to the room to your right. And you hear a voice. You are not the Arbiter.
Getting that a lot today.
You are different. Technological in nature.
No, I'm cybernetic in nature, organic, and technology.
The distinction is immaterial. You will fail. Because we understand the failings of the biologic, of the organic sentiment. You know what you have to do, and yet you have neither the courage nor the will to see it through.
Didn't take the easy way out immediately? God, you people are predictable.
Hear a scoff. You're still in the room?
Yep. I'm gonna start looking for a way to sever this power supply.
You see who I really didn't think you would go through this door. Okay. You see a power tap that extends out in front of you. You see a walkway made of that same jet black material. And you see the power tap is leading closer to the purple light. You sense that there may be an interactive device on the other side of the light, but you can't see it. You have to get closer. As your mind shifts to that intention, just a little change of color. What are you doing?
He's going to approach it. Fucking Silent Hill ass music, goddamn.
Jack, are you sure about that?
No, I am not.
I don't ask that question to you very often.
And very rarely do I answer no.
Changing your mind?
I don't need to shut off this power. I just need to redirect it. I don't need to turn this flow of power off. I need to find somewhere else to send it that isn't to this rift, which means I don't technically have to interact with some sort of off button at its source. If I can find somewhere more local to send it to, I could fuck with it there. Can I do that? Yeah, I'm basically trying to stop a river from filling another river, but I don't have to dam the fucking river to do that. I can just dig another river.
That is an interesting notion that, once again, I did not anticipate. This is what happens when I start getting metaphysical. Okay. That is very interesting. Take a point of determination.
Very kind.
That he will regret giving you momentarily.
Probably.
So you're trying to redirect it. Where in your mind is a feasible area to redirect it to? I have one answer.
I can think of a couple. I'm trying to find one that isn't going to blow us all to hell.
Give me an insight. Fuck. Give me give me an insight engineering. Let me look at your values. Give me a second. Ooh, this is so fun. Sorry, everybody. We'll get
really
we'll get past this in a little bit. It's very yeah. A couple of your values are screaming to me.
So just a quick question, away from this particular scene, are we seeing anything in particular, or is Kelly just standing there, kind of like staring blankly forward?
You see that her eyes are her green. Her that's actually a good question. Her pink eye at this point is purple. Her blue eye is purple, a shining purple that matches the light that you see. All of her muscles are tensed, as though she is in an arm wrestle with something.
Okay. In that case,
yeah,
can Kestra, knowing what she knows about Kelly, attempt to psychically interface with her console?
Rokel, what would you like to do at this point?
All right.
I'm gonna be really fair here. I'm gonna leave them. I'm gonna let them do their thing. Hagen, yes.
Okay.
Yes. So Hagen, here's what's gonna happen. If you choose to do this, that will take you out of the physical and into the mental, leaving Rokel alone.
Well,
there's also
is
the
there
with Woodguard. And there are
Woodyard hasn't had a turn yet.
Yeah, Woodyard hasn't had a turn yet, and also there are hostiles in the room. Thank you for keeping me on with time, Rokel. Thank you for reminding me to do that. So, Hagen, that's a choice. Yes or no, you can do that.
Yeah.
You want to do that. So
yes.
So to understand you correctly, you are taking yourself out of the combat and going into the telepathic.
Actually, let me ask a question before I do that.
Yeah.
Because this is a thing that I've been thinking about, and I'd like to run it by you. The telepathic projection attack is a difficulty 2 task, and you've ruled that it's lethal at a difficulty 2 task.
Yep.
Can I up the difficulty and complication by 1 in order to make it non-lethal?
Answer to that is yes, it's not going to be by 1. It's going to be by a higher degree than that. But yes.
Okay. I would like to are there any more of these guys? Can I like sense any more, or is it just the one
There-
guy?
There are no more.
Okay.
Other than there's one more that's living.
Yeah, this guy.
That guy. Yep.
I would like to knock him out psychically.
Knock him out.
Mhm.
Okay. Go ahead and give me. Yeah. So this is going to be telepathic projection. Difficulty 4, comp of 2.
Okay. It would be a present security roll.
Yep.
Which means the target number is 15.
Yep.
Augmented ability presence gives me 1 success automatically.
Yep.
I'm gonna give you 2 threat and 1 momentum to get 2 more dice.
One momentum, 2 threat.
Mm-hmm. Telepathic prowess.
So you're because you're adding a dice.
Mm-hmm.
No. You're getting an additional success. You're right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Focus is telepathic prowess.
Yep.
Here we go. Jesus Christ. Fuck me.
It will allow you to succeed at cost, which means you're gonna kill this person.
How about this? I spend my 1 more of my spotlights, and I cite the Vanguard and Back Again episode, Beautiful Day to Save a Life.
That works. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna reroll those 2 18s. That does it.
But no, it doesn't. It was
That's
difficulty
4
4.
successes.
Oh, you're right. Thank you. Yeah. Roll your presence damage.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna spend a momentum to reroll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dice.
Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Sleepy time. No resistance to that. Yeah, his silk and metal armor doesn't help with getting his brain boiled.
I just like look at him, and in his crazy cultist eyes, and I look him right there, and in his brain he hears, "You're very tired. You want to nap now."
You know what? You're right. I do need to nap right now. Right now? Right here?
Yes, right now, right
I
here.
don't have a. You know what? I don't have a blanket or anything, and usually I listen to a sound machine to go to. And he falls.
And are we out of combat?
You. Not quite.
Okay.
Physically, you are out of combat, yes.
Okay. Deep dive.
Unrelated, but kind of amusing. I bought Ace some leggings. They arrived today, and Ace's roommate immediately complimented them on the leggings and informed them that they could now very easily tell that both of Ace's hips were out of socket.
Oh dear.
Jack, I want to ask you a quick question. So, how would you want me to respond to that?
Okay, so here's the thing. Ace having dislocated joints is just like a fact of Ace's life. So,
Do you want me to say I'm sorry? Because I will.
it is comedy for us who are used to it. It's not causing Ace pain. Ace was unaware that their hips were out of joint.
Sometimes I say some off the wall shit, and you guys are very accommodating to it. I just want to shut that down because that's.
It's worth pointing out that Ace was standing and moving around while this was going on.
Okay then. Deep dive.
All right, folks. I need to pee. I'm sorry, that's not appropriate. I need to take a bio break. I'll be right back.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Yes, but you can see how it would be distressing to someone who was not aware of Ace's particular issues.
Yeah, I guess so. I suppose I forgot that when I first started hanging out with Ace, it distressed me. When Ace was just randomly like, ah, my hip's out of place. What, pup? What? Ace has, I don't know what it stands for, but they have pretty bad EDS. And their connective tissues are basically useless.
Coffee. Great. Star Trek, great. That is all.
Right? This has been a really amazing session. What the hell do I want to do for dessert? I could make milkshakes.
Oh, so there's water. Ow. That time of year again where I'm going to disappear for a month.
Okay. Apologies about that, everybody.
That's fine. We timed you.
Oh, okay.
We've been actually collecting the data, so we'll give you the pie chart in a bit.
On my breaks.
Yeah.
Okay. So, back into the mind fuckery. Kestra.
Hello?
Your scene is different. I can hear you. First of all, Woodyard walks in and goes, "What, I mean, is it clear in here?" He sees all the bodies strewn on the floor. Are we good?
That one's missing part of his head.
I don't believe he sees that though.
Oh,
I think he's too far.
Nope. Oh God! What?
Sir, are you okay? Do you need help?
Yeah. His hand twitches a little bit.
Taking a nap.
Rokel, you notice that this one is making comical sleeping noises, like
One of these things is not like the other. One of these things just doesn't belong.
You see
Kel is
pool
just
of
going.
blood.
Okay, one of them is just sleeping. This one's sleeping.
No,
No, this one.
guy.
Oh.
I told him to go to sleep, and he went to sleep.
Oh.
You see the pool of blood is slowly but surely encroaching on with next to the sleeping man.
He just kind of like thinks like it's a really odd place to sleep, considering the fact that there's like literally a dead body right in front of him, like a
Yeah.
really dead body.
like a, it's not dead, it's deceased. Like
Its pronouns were were.
that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. All right, Kestra,
Yes.
you sit on the chair, and I'll let you guys both sit in your chairs, facing away from each other. Kestra, you are able. Well, so first, Kelly, you feel as you're sort of in this malevolent feeling room, you feel the telepathic equivalent of a knock on the door in your head. Your friend is trying to gain access to what you are feeling and seeing.
All right, come on in.
Kestra, a door opens in front. Well, a door is in front of you. From it, you feel a very familiar malevolence towards any human.
I walk
humanoid
through,
presence.
bold as brass.
Ah, yes. The Arbiter.
Howdy, boys. Did you miss me?
Hear him hiss at you. Yeah, to lay out the scene again for everybody. Kagan, you see a room. You see a power tap that's full of purple, pulsating, chaotic looking energy going far away from you into a, again, very bright purple light. You see Kelly standing, looking at the light, and looking down at the power tap.
You can see the wheels turning in Kelly's head, which is typically caused to either tell her to stop or run.
What's plan C, Kelly?
Plan C.
I assume you're making one.
No, this is currently Plan A.
Usually
Plan
we're on
B's in
plan
another
B by
another
now.
room. We don't want to go to Plan B.
Right. What's the idea?
Roll a d10 for me.
I am gonna take all this power.
I'm
And
sorry.
second.
Who
Ignore all
roll
that
a
dice.
D10?
There's a D10 in there somewhere.
Jesus Christ.
The D10 was an
D10 is
8.
a 1.
The d10
No.
is an 8.
Oh.
Okay. So, people, there's a running clock. The people outside, and Edwards, are you controlling Woodyard right now?
Sure.
Okay.
I
Rokel,
have access to a
Woodyard,
sheet.
you see, as both of them sit at their consoles, they grow quiet, their heads bow down. Kestra is the same as Kelly. They are both, you see sweat go down their foreheads, their muscles clenched. And you see the rift in the middle of the room begin to crackle. And you see it grows slightly.
Oh, that's fascinating. You start scanning
All
the
right,
shit out of
we
it.
So,
need to get out of here now.
I
We-
would like
we
to
can't.
redirect
They're-
this power flow now.
All right, one at a time. So, people outside of the metaphysical, what are you doing?
All right. Are these 4 people unconscious? Those 4 people are unconscious, right?
They are unconscious, yes.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Um,
So, we're going to use combat order here. This means the 8 that Kyle just rolled, you have 8 rounds. That
Okay.
means that you each get 8 turns to do something.
Okay. Well, there's not a whole lot a security guy can do at the moment with that rift thing, because it's really all for the nerds. And my
Yep.
Klingon dude is not a nerd, so
Maybe a security field of some kind?
Rokel, insight security or insight command, difficulty of 0.
okay.
Get us some momentum, please.
All right, see what we can do here. All right then. It was daring security.
Insight security or
Insight security.
insight command.
Insight security will do, and focuses. Will hunting focuses work? I don't believe so, but it's worth a shot.
I will give you Starfleet protocols.
Okay. All right then. You guys were saying you guys wanted momentum. Don't want to give the GM 30 threat though. So
He's
Coward.
already at 29. What?
We're underground. He can't summon a Borg cube here. We're safe.
That's what you think.
I know.
You hear a transport conduit open.
The planet was a sphere all along.
What's
All
it gonna be,
right.
Rokel?
Fine. We'll give you the 3 threat. Or sorry, 1 threat. 1 threat for 3 dice. I was like, fine. All right then.
Yes.
Let's
There's
roll.
that Klingon blood.
Oh my god. We'll go ahead and re-roll one of the failures because that's the 16, right? Or
Yep.
both of them. Yeah. Re-roll that. All right. Awesome.
1, 2, 3, 4 momentum. So, Rokel, you currently have 6, 10, 11 living people who are just unconscious that are currently immobile and in a room with an expanding rift.
Okay.
Your Starfleet senses are tingling.
Well, he's not Starfleet. He's Klingon. He's KDF.
Your Starfleet senses are tingling.
All right. Well,
Starfleet protocol dictates
he's
that
a KDF guy. Personally, he's kind of not really in the mood of really saving these guys really because he kind of views them as enemies. But fine. He just kind of like debates for a minute and is just like, freaking Starfleet. He goes over and tries to take one of these guys and moves them away from the expanding rift. He tries to tell Woodyard. I'm sorry. What's up?
What is your combined fitness security stat? So what is the so if you were to roll 16,
Yeah.
each one of these cost would be like 8 of that. You can carry 2 at a time.
Oh, okay, cool. All right then. So he will use his great Klingon strength to manhandle both of them. He's not going to be gentle with these 2 guys.
Which one?
This guy and this guy, because they're the closest. And he's not going to be gentle with them. And okay? Actually, I guess he's a science officer, so he can do a lot more.
Oh, yeah.
Edward
He's like.
is a control.
Okay. Like he's just staring at the power, and he pulls out his tricorder, starts scanning, and he's like, "Oh God, this like it's got to be coming from somewhere." And he's like looking around the room to see, like it just can't materialize here. Where's the power coming from? And he's getting all excited trying to figure it out.
Okay. Rokel, you're able to carry these two out into the hallway. To remind you, the hole that you dug is here.
Okay.
There is also an elevator access here. That would get them higher up to the cave portion.
Okay. Didn't we use some repelling equipment to
Yes.
get down? Okay. So, and there isn't really anyone up there either. So shoot. All right. So, is that is there any? Do we know that there's any power going to that elevator there?
How else would these guys have gotten in?
Fair point. All right. We'll take these two guys and take them over to the elevator, and I'll go ahead and I'll just go and leave him there because I cannot abandon the away team.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll say that comprises your turn is to move them. So you grab them with a minor action. You use your action to bring them over, and the rest of your movement and all that stuff. So
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, we'll just move him, put him in here then. We'll
okay,
put him in
put 'em
there just in preparations of moving up to
Okay.
the surface, but I cannot abandon the away team though.
Okay, sounds good. That is going to be your turn. Who would like to go next?
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
go like outside, inside, outside, inside.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, Woodyard's
yeah,
is
so this
scanning
first-
the rift to get as much
Yeah.
data as he can on it.
Okay, cool. Inside, outside,
I-
inside, out.
I-
So do you mean like one person from the outside and then
No,
one
like
person inside?
do both
Oh.
people outside and then both people in the metaphysical. Just that-
Woodyard, go ahead and give me.
I would love to, but I don't have access to a sheet.
You do now.
No, I do not.
Ooh,
Did you give it
Taco Bell is
to
here.
give it to Nick Edwards and not Nicholas D. Edwards?
I gave it to everybody, so I don't know what the issue is. Oh, so all players should have owner over the sheet.
That is
I
incorrect.
do not.
Okay.
I
will
do.
set-
I do have
I
access to
will.
it.
I will set everybody to owner. There you go.
There we go. Hit.
Got a fucking Baja Blast. It's in a KFC cup.
Yeah, KFC and Taco Bell are one company.
Actually,
Uh,
fun fact, most brands and companies are owned by 5 companies. Almost like 98% of them.
Just like Canada's not actually a country. It's only 3 monopolies and a trench coat. Right, scanning the rift.
And a cute face. Scanning the rift. Go ahead and give me the rift you're scanning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, do you mean Trudeau, Fidel Castro's son?
Take it easy.
Well, I mean, like, he looks exactly like the man. And his mom was best friends. So,
Damn. Turn down my ring light. It's too bright in here. Yeah. Go ahead and give me reason science. Difficulty of 3. What exactly are you trying to scan off of the rift?
So I know the end goal is to try to close it. So he's like, well, it can't just create energy. It's got to be pulling that from somewhere.
Mhm.
So I don't know what they're doing in their computer world, but I'm gonna help. I'm gonna scan. I'm gonna try to figure it out.
Okay. This is reason science. Difficulty. Oh no, reason engineering. Difficulty of 3.
On one side, fuck you. On the other side, sensor operations or quantum mechanics.
I'll take quantum mechanics.
Not science anymore. I'm going to buy with. I'll buy with 1 momentum, 2 threat. Scratch that, reverse it.
2 momentum, 1 threat.
Yeah, 2 momentum, 1 threat.
So Woodyard can roll well.
Yep.
Apparently.
Long
Only
as
when
it's
he's doing
not Trev doing it.
only when he's doing engineering tasks, though.
So, your initial assertion is right, Titan. The power you sent by scanning the rift itself, you sense that there is some sort of power being generated on the other side of the rift.
Oh, okay. What was the actual difficulty of the task? So how much float do I have?
The
You
momentum
dumped
pool's
in the
current.
pool. Based on this scan, do I think... What could I do from this side to try to disable the power generation on the other side? Like, I've seen enough Hollow novels to know if I toss an explosive through something, bad things happen on the other side of rifts.
I would give that question back to you. You lack data.
What data does he lack?
Let me try to answer your question. You get a brief scan from the other side of the rift. For sure, there are entities that the tricorder cannot classify on the other side of the rift. There is also a power signature that you do not recognize that has a subspace signature that's different than yours.
Okay.
So this is, yeah. So that data, basically, you've never seen this power before. You've never seen the entity and scanned the entity itself before, and it's very clearly from a different dimension.
So, nothing he can do at this moment. I can fill momentum pools. I can at least do that.
You also know from the other rolls, there's power being fed into it from this side as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
From
So
this side, you were scanning the rift.
I was scanning the rift and then like trying to find where the power is coming from. So like start at the rift and then work your way down across the floor and all right, there's power.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for clarifying. The power is being fed directly from these 6 glowing sort of cylindrical, it looks like maybe fluid on the inside. You can't really tell.
Okay.
There are power feeds that are connected.
And gonna swift task one more time and scan the hookup with the Lormian. Like, if I unplug this, am I going to kill a Lord? But on the other hand, the entire planet's going to get destroyed, so...
I will not require a roll for that. They appear to just be hooked. There's like metallic stuff on the top of the cylinder, and these people seem to have been tied up to the cylinder just to keep them steady.
Oh.
Like, they're not connected to the power source in any way.
Okay, I'm going to swift task and pull a plug and see what happens.
Pull a plug? Here?
Yep.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Oh no.
Go ahead. You're just gonna yank it?
Generally, that's how you unplug something.
Oh dear.
Go ahead. Everybody's like, oh no, please don't. Yeah, go ahead and give me...
Would Woodyard do that, or would Woodyard want to study the connection and see if unplugging it would damage something?
Woodyard is doing that right now.
I literally asked that exact thing, and the GM refused to answer it.
Okay, cool.
So
Okay.
if scanning
me-
didn't give me
so-
the data I wanted, physical tests.
Accessories to murder.
Okay. I guess I must just not have been understanding your question. So there is power coming to these and away from them. You can see that from the power readouts on the power cords.
So, does my data tell me that these are feeding the rift? Would I weaken the rift if I unplugged these?
The answer to that question is yes.
Now, because I need to obtain information, based on this, the Lormians that are just, you said they're literally just hanged up Mad Max style. Like, so they're not even hooked up to these machines.
Yep.
Okay,
The
so
Lormians will not be affected by this.
Yeah. So as far as I can tell, this is a power source on our side of the rift that's helping feed the rift, and there's a power source on the inside. I can assume that the Sleeping Beauties are taking care of the internal power source. Yeah, pull the plug.
Okay. You pull a plug. The power begins. You see this blue. Yeah. Okay. So this blue cylinder. The power gets very, very bright, and then the glow ends. The rift.
Okay.
You see that these grow brighter, and the rift is unaffected.
That's not good. That's the end of my turn.
May I go now?
Jack.
Okay, I'm just wondering how many might were just killed. Okay. So Sersha looks over to Kestra. Would you mind running interference for me?
Oh,
I'm going. Thank you very much. I'm going to teach these people who think flesh is a weakness and the way forward is technology that they have done nothing but lock themselves in a prison that I consider a playground. I want to redirect this energy flow to go back into its source and disable any safeties they have in place to prevent a sort of catastrophic overload.
You want to cause a feedback loop.
Yup.
Okay.
And I would like to protect her while she does that.
Okay. Go ahead, Jack. Give me reason. No. No. Daring. Engineering. Difficulty of 4.
Okay, difficulty of 4.
Electronic warfare?
Oh, obviously.
Yep.
I mean, say again, GM?
Sorry, I have a taco in my. Yep, that works.
Okay. Does that include the lowering of difficulty for Sersha's hacker trait?
For our purposes today, let's say yes.
Okay. Alright, I am going to...
You haven't used the Star Cross today,
I have
or this
not.
mission. There was a
I
time
am-
to use it.
Yeah, I am going to use the Star Cross as well as burn a determination on Improvise, Adapt, Overcome to basically seize control of the Veronk computer power network here. All right, and my direct neural interface gives me a bonus. This task, you would say this involves the programming of a computer? Okay. Um, hmm. That actually already puts me at 4 dice. I would like to forego one of those dice to give you 3 threat to buy a dice so that I can re-roll with bold. All right, and away we go. I will re-roll that
Though that-
17.
8 and 9 are both crits.
Well, it was a difficulty 4 roll. So it's 2, 4, 6, 7.
10. That was only supposed to be 1 dice, sorry. That was bold re-rolling the 17.
So it's 1, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 successes is my count.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, you are absolutely correct. 9 successes.
And the 44, that is banked. 4 float?
Can I use 2 of those floating momentum to create an advantage?
I
What
would
is
like
your
to as
advantage?
well.
is your
My
advantage?
advantage is Kestra would like to throw up a kind of the equivalent to a deflector shield, but in the psychic sense, basically to keep all of the Varunk away. It's not going to provide total protection, but it would be like the equivalent of cover.
Okay. So this roll is basically an engineering roll.
Yes,
That
this is in preparation for the future.
I would not allow that advantage to be tied to this task.
Okay.
And Kelly, what is your advantage that you'd like to create?
I would like root access to the Varunk computer systems.
Can't do it.
How about admin access to the power systems?
I will give you full unadulterated access to the systems in my computer room.
Okay. That's actually really good because that'll carry over after we've closed with this and we said about trying to fix the fucking star system.
The
So that still leaves us with 2 float, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I have experienced hostile Varunk technology before, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright. Can I generate an advantage versus any countermeasures they may attempt to deploy against me?
I would allow a free I would allow a free success on any opposed rolls.
I'm gold with that.
Okay, make sure to mark that in your sheet. Okay. So, here's what happens. Kelly, you physically grab and yank up this power tap, and this is a very creative solution. In a metaphysical, to get so physical in a metaphysical world is pretty fun.
Also very Kelly.
Yeah. Ugh, that Taco Bell's not sitting right. Now I know I don't do Taco Bell. I just feel like shit.
Very quickly,
okay.
apparently.
Yes, so you direct the power back to the Varank intelligence. You feel the Varank in a last-ditch effort strike out at you. This is going to be an opposed roll that I will allow your advantage that you just made to proc on. This is going to be an opposed roll. I'm not going to allow an assist at this point with Hagen.
No.
Opposed roll. I'm starting to hurt my ears. Opposed roll. Presence engineering for you. And I will roll my presence, my skill for attack for the Varank.
Okay.
You get a free success. Presence engineering.
Can I roll reason engineering under the logic that this is happening inside a computer system that I currently have very, very good access to?
They are lashing out at your technological consciousness.
And
So
she is
then
acting to
control,
protect
maybe?
that technologically.
Control, maybe?
Allow daring.
I'll take it. Okay, daring engineering, electronic warfare focus?
Yeah.
Okay, I will give you... I will give you 3 threat. And away we go. 7 successes.
Got.
Spending 3 threat to burn a value. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
No. Backing way. 7-7.
So I believe it's attacker wins on ties, right?
Attackers win on
We'll
ties.
burn a determination. Can I do that for, like, some sort of boost here or something? Because I've still got a determination in the bank.
No. You will win
Damn.
this. You feel the music change. The Varank intelligence lashes out at you. You sense it coming. Raw psychic power just misses you to the left. You are launched from this. Hagen, you're pulled back.
Mm-hmm.
As you find your footing in the physical world, You see lying down on the ground, their power taps pulled, a good 25 my consciousnesses.
What happened?
They turn from white to gray to black, and they vanish. Your feet hit the ground. You're back in my computer room. You smell the blood from the other room. You see Rokel. You come back, and you are just about to start lugging the next two, and you see your commanding officers looking around.
I look around. Are any of them unplugged?
You do see the one that Titan is standing by, unplugged. At this point, the plug is still in his hands.
Would it?
Commander, there's being power being fed from these over here.
Stop! Do not touch another one of them. Every single one of these cylinders holds my. You just killed. Don't touch anything.
You see the rift close. Power begins coming back to normal. You have full access to the computers. You see that the room begins to power up. You feel seismic disruptions. It's almost as if the planet is shaking itself off. You feel the air become fresher. Gravity stabilizes. You feel your normal weight. And you stand, looking around at what has happened. Cutting away, sending threat actually to end the scene. Yeah, did you want to do something?
Yeah, I wanted to have my character do two things. Number one, put the this this guy in cuffs because he was a hostile, correct? All right, so he wants to put him in cuffs just to kind of like make sure he's not threatening anyone else because he's still alive. And then he's gonna take this Lormian's rifle.
Okay.
He's just going to take it.
Raquel, you begin.
Yeah.
You go over, start making those preparations, making sure the room is secure as the scene ends. Get rid of sad music. Captain Edwards, you just felt a very intense earthquake. The shaking has just stopped. You see the office is sort of wrecked.
Like, how many hours has it been? Like, I left shortly after they did. I couldn't still be in that office. I should be, if not through the evacuation, pretty damn close.
There wasn't a lot of time. Well, yeah.
Well, they had to drive out. They had to spelunk down. They had to let them have a nap. They had to have the entire combat scene, and I left pretty much the same time they did, and I didn't have any of that problem to deal with.
Okay, so where would you like to be?
Oh, like, I had 7 hours. How long were they dealing with this?
About halfway through your time.
All right, so I'm probably at the Guan Yu getting people on board. Like, they should be doing runs at this point.
Yeah.
Bringing shuttles of refugees over and over again. Yeah.
You're right. You feel the shaking on the ship. You see the deck personnel sort of here. I'll actually bring us to the shuttle bay. No, 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 no. Edwards. Edwards. I'll say Talus is there too. Edwards, the room just stopped shaking. Dr. Talus looks at you and goes, "What the hell was that?"
Don't know yet. Edwards to Creighton, report. Please tell me that's good news.
Oh, I have a button. Bridge to the captain. Yeah, we're thinking probably good news. Science, what do you see? You hear some talking. Okay. Sir, we're regaining communication with normal communication with the shuttle teams. We had sort of a patchwork process of radio transmission and other methods, and we seem to have normal communications becoming restored slowly but surely.
All right, perfect. So it looks like the away team is succeeding down there. Well, let's assume the best, but continue with the evacuations. If we can get communications established with the away team, we'll get better information. I'd love to get some scans of the planet now. Like, do we have more time? What's the case? Like, are we still falling out of orbit? I don't think what they did is going to put us right back to good.
Creighton. I'm gonna make a private roll here. Just one moment. Sir, I'm not sure what has happened. From what I can tell, the gravimetric distortions are decreasing slowly but surely. Communications, we now have them back. They must be in an area of interference so we haven't been able to raise them. But I don't know, Captain. I think whatever they did down there, it seems to be working, at least for the smaller issues that we're having.
Acknowledged. Let's okay.
We can start. Oh, Captain, we have transporters back.
Oh, that's good. Let's get a team out to where what do you guys call it? The Puma? Jaguar.
Yeah,
Right?
Jaguar.
We got
Jaguar.
a Jag.
Yeah. Let's get a team out to the Jag to meet up with the away team when they come back up. And while I would love to cease the evacuation efforts, I think it's a little premature to do that.
Okay. What are your orders for now? Yeah,
But
will
reestablish communications with Starfleet. Let them know. Well, actually, it's going to take some time for the issues to dissipate completely. But as soon as you can reestablish communication with Fortitude, let them know that at least one of the litany of problems out here has been sorted.
Yes, sir. We have science teams on the field of distortion that was extending on the planet previously. We will let you know once we learn more.
Okay. I'm gonna go talk to Varel.
Yeah, you head over to his office.
I'm at this ship, but
okay.
Once we have data to give him, but
okay, so yeah, we're
yeah. Technically, I'd said Dr. Talos to stay behind with Varel.
Oh,
so
well,
he's my point of contact. Yeah, he's my point of contact with Varel right now. Edward Satalos.
Yes. Talos here. Whoa, communications. Hi, Captain.
Yeah, communications are back. That last big quake was likely the away team succeeding. So we got teams going out and scans. Hopefully we'll get some actual data soon, but you can let Varel know we think we might be in the clear. No hard proof just yet, though.
Varel, I have an open. Sorry, I'm in speaker. Varel, comes over. I heard what you said, Captain. I still feel that we should continue evacuation efforts until we have hardcore proof.
Oh, we're definitely continuing evacuation efforts. I just wanted to get you up to let you know that that last quake seems to be a directive result of the away team.
Okay. For sure. Sorry, Kyle. I need to step away for just a second. I need to grab something.
Well, I do need to use the latrines, so I'll go ahead and do that now as while he's gone.
Alrighty.
I am back.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Wibbles.
I'm loving it. Sorry, I heard the McDonald's stuff. So yeah, I had to finish that.
Feel a cough coming on.
Well, it's very quiet.
Are you sure you wouldn't rather have some crickets?
Well, that's what I'm hearing right now.
Yeah, the GM is AFK. He turned off the music. And we've got about 24 minutes before Kestra does the old Irish goodbye.
Sorry about that, everybody.
Welcome back.
Wild. Okay.
Hello?
I'm sorry, Kyle. I didn't mean to cut you off. What were
That's
you trying
fine.
to do?
He was explaining to Varel that we're going to continue the evacuation efforts because, quite frankly, even if we manage to save this planet, it's not a long-term solution. The Lormians are going to have to leave, and we'd rather them all leave. This is a stopgap, but if we've already got 4,000 of them loaded up on a ship, we may as well. Pretty much, I'm going to force the Federation's hand to actually fucking do something.
Okay, good. It's good that I know your intentions on that. So, Edwards, we're messing around with time a little bit, but I want you to do a coordination roll for the evacuation effort. Please give me a reason command.
Reason? Explain reason and not control.
Yeah, okay. Control. Control command. Difficulty of. I'll say difficulty of 4.
Okay.
Complication range of 3. That I will spend to do. Assisted by, if somebody wants to roll, Dr. Talos. By Dr. Talos's control medicine.
I don't
Nice.
have Alice. Oh, someone's
No, that
getting
was
Alice.
I forgot to roll my veteran for that last determination I spent, so I was just seeing if I got it back.
Oh, okay. I can roll for Talus if anyone else is not rolling for him.
No, go ahead and roll for Talos, Rocal. Wait until after Edwards'
Yep.
roll. But,
So, I'm going to use my last determination value, life is a game. And I'm playing
life
for
is a game.
keeps.
Okay. For sure.
And I'm going to, let's buy, so the first one's for free. Let's buy up to 4. First one with threat, second one with momentum. That should leave me 2 for a quash. Gonna save the little ferret people.
And Rokel, this is control medicine, complication range of 3, please.
Oh, Starfleet Protocol was the focus.
Yep.
Evacuation efforts.
All right. For focuses, let's see. Will trauma counseling as a focus, or counseling techniques, or
Counseling,
psychology?
yep.
All right. Cool. And I am assisting.
Yep, just 1 dice. Make sure you
Alright.
have the complication range of 3.
3. Okay. 3. All right then. Let's go. Hey,
There's the quash.
he is helping.
Yeah, Edwards, you stuff this ship full of refugees. You see, about an hour and 30 minutes after the earthquake happens, Dr. Talos messages you and says, Captain, they are getting a little antsy here. I've had to administer some sedatives to some people for nervous exhaustion. That appears to have controlled the situation for now. I will let you know if anything changes.
Knowledge, keep me posted. Alright. So now all we need is our away team to get back.
Okay.
And
you see, as the last ship comes in, you see a family. You see 2 male Lormans with a small child of a different color. One holds in his hands. He says, "Are you leading this effort?"
Yes, Captain Edwards. Please, on board.
Thank you. We were worried that we were going to be the last ones. Any place that's not here is going to be better. Come on. Kel. And
Crewman, get them some blankets and food. Just little red shirt, go with him.
yes, sir. And you see that they are all led. A shuttle pilot comes out and says, by my count, Captain, that appears to be... You see Grisk pop out. And Grisk says, Captain, that appears to be... We are now at capacity. Just waiting on the await team to come in.
Can we
Yeah.
do?
So, for the sake of expediency, because we're almost done for the night, the away team, you make your way back to the Jaguar in complete silence. You are exhausted, mentally and physically. The Jaguar, as you approach the Jaguar, you see sort of up in the cave that you drilled, you see a Type 9 shuttle. You're communicate with a couple of crew members watching and waiting for you. You hear the doot 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 on your communicators. You have regained general communication with the ship and with the rest of your crew here on the planet.
Commander Hagen to Captain Edwards.
Good to hear you, Commander. How goes?
Oh, well, I believe we've solved the immediate issue.
Well, never been so happy to be proven wrong. Got a few extra seats left for you. We'll see you back soon. Anything you need in the interim?
A sonic shower? Mostly. Oh. No.
We'll see you back in a
Yeah.
bit.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh,
When
actually,
you
yeah.
gave your epilogue there was a distinct lack of what Kelly was doing. Is Kelly okay? What's going on with Kelly?
Sorry, say your question one more time.
When you said what, like, you know, oh, Kestra's here, Trevor's here, blah blah, you never mentioned Kelly after the psychic blast. She has not been brought up again. What's going on with Kelly? Is she okay?
Oh, Kelly.
Who's Kelly?
Yeah, I don't know.
God damn it.
Moving on. Just kidding. Kelly, after your sort of ordeal, you look back down at your hands as you're walking up through the cave. You feel your muscles are tired from all the clenching. You have a
Kelly
headache.
would not have wanted to leave that room yet.
Can you hear?
Okay. Yep,
There we
I
go.
can hear you now. Kagan.
Okay. I was going to say, maybe send some Normian law enforcement to pick up, I guess the word would be cultists?
Oh, okay. Well, actually, good news. We're gonna make your trip a little shorter, and I sent as you get to the Jaguar, you should see another team there. Transport's back online. They'll bring this Jaguar back.
Oh, good.
Kelly, yeah, for the sake of expediency, we skipped ahead.
Mhm.
Kelly, as you sort of come awake, you know that the problem that you were dealing with down there is as much solved as you can possibly make it. You set the planet on the correct trajectory for recovery. What is one or two things that Kelly would like to do in the room before you leave?
She wants to make sure that the star system is as stable as she can make it.
Okay.
You know, last time we were here, it was, you know, the computer system was starting to degrade. So I don't think that would have stopped in the interim. So she wants to gather as much data as she can to ensure the long-term stability. and maybe learn as much about the system architecture as she can, so that hopefully she can try to teach some Lormians how to make adjustments while the computer is still operational.
You so the as you're gathering this information and making the changes to solve the problem in the short to medium term, um, there have been some apparent improvals,
Improvements.
thank you, improvements on the computers themselves. Um, this is still ancient technology. You will never, yeah, these will need constant adjustment in order to keep them on. Before it was an autonomous system. Now it's like people will need to be stationed down here permanently. For the Lormians will need to be down here for a while in order to keep it stable. You gather as much information as you can about the proper operation of this. You and Hagen you guys are specially suited to deal with this because you have real experience. One of you is a Borg and one of you is a very powerful telepath. Not having that level of resource here, as you're gathering this data, it's never going to be as secure as if you two were just to be here forever. But you gather as much information as you possibly can to make the adjustment to allow a Lormian team to monitor and make adjustments as needed.
Okay.
Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Rokel?
On our way back, he would have had the one Lamorian cuffed with him, bring him with him because he's a prisoner basically.
Okay.
He's not gonna leave him down there. He's gonna bring him with him.
Okay. Yeah, you see there's security staff in the Type 9 shuttle that are prepared to deal with a Lormian prisoner. You all sit in the Jag into your stations, make your way back to the ship. You breathe in and breathe out as you see the clouds are slowly but surely clearing from the sky. As you cross the landscape and make your way to the ship, you are on a scarred planet. A planet that was pulled and forced to be in this position by ancient races. You breathe in, breathe out, and make your way to the ship. So, that is where we will end tonight. That ends a wonderful arc. I appreciate you all doing that.
Can I
That
do
means
one off thing real quick? Because I'm curious, how much time would have passed since this since we just came there, went to the place, and came back? How much time has passed? Like a couple hours?
7 hours.
About 7 hours?
Yep.
Damn, we really close. Jeez, we were closing to the clock. All right, never mind. So I guess Raquel will do some research on the Jaguar, I suppose, because he's very impressed with it.
Perfect. Thank you for letting me know that. That ends our session for tonight. You all will receive an arc milestone.
Hooray!
Woo!
In the next day or so, you will be receiving your rep rolls.
Do it
Thank you all.
now.
Thank you all for coming on this journey with me. When we next come here, we will start a different and less mentally exhausting arc.